What's going on, everybody? My name's Jason and this is Redfish Bluefish. This is the channel that examines art, nature, and science through the lens of the aquarist. It's Friday night, another fun-filled fishy Friday evening. I really appreciate all you guys joining me here. And we have a lot of people in chat, so we're not gonna waste any time. I took my notes before the live stream even began, and let me switch over to live chat. There we go. And we're gonna jump right in and do our top 10 early birds. These are the first 10 people who were in the live stream's chat long before the chat even began. So in first place, a very familiar name, Dragon Lair. In second place, Color Guppies. Thanks, man. In third place, a die-hard friend of mine, Chattanooga Ed. Thanks, Ed. Fourth place, Daryl Deemer. Thanks, Daryl. Appreciate that, man. And fifth place, one of my mods and an awesome person, the Zen Ginger. In sixth place, good friend of mine, buddy up to the north, Chewy LTD. In seventh place, we have Chris John. And in eighth place, my brother, my actual brother, my younger brother, who's tuning in from the Houston, Texas vicinity, Jeeps and Things. Guys, say hi to my brother, Jeeps and Things. Ninth place, Cody Son. What's up, Cody Son? Appreciate it, buddy. And in 10th place, a good friend of mine, Deuterino himself, Cichlids23. And if you didn't make the top 10, don't fret. I love you all the same. Thank you so much for coming by. It looks like we have 43 in here watching now. We got 31 thumbs ups. Thank you so much, guys. The little thumbs ups, they really help, trust me. Hey, look at that. It looks like we got a new subscriber. B Bass Lady just subscribed. I really appreciate that, B Bass Lady. We have a lot of fun here. We've got a lot to cover, and this is kind of installment or episode 4, if you will, of my real life, kind of real time tropical fish store build here in Green Bank, Washington. So without further ado, let me jump right into chat and make sure that I haven't missed any ats. Guys, if you want to ask me something, first of all, disclaimer, I miss a lot of stuff in chat. I don't mean to, I never mean to, but I'm just bad at keeping up with it. So please always at Redfish Bluefish before you ask me a question. It highlights it in red in chat and it helps it stand out to my cruddy vision. So let me jump right into chat, make sure I'm not missing any big red questions. I don't think so. Hey, Danikin Aquatics, I see some red highlighted comment. It says, what's up, Jason? What's up, Kenny E? With Danikin Aquatics. Guys, if you are not subscribed to my buddy Danikin Aquatics, that's my buddy and his wife. They kind of team up. That's Danny and Kenny. They kind of put their name together and came up with Danikin Aquatics. If you're not subscribed to them, please head over and check them out. They're major, major fish keepers in the kind of Portland area, Portland, Oregon area. One of my neighbors. Let me keep scrolling up and make sure I'm not derelict in my hostly duties. Peplin Creek Aquatics got a comment here. Would like to place an order. You have to hold up, man. Hold up. Oh, boy. I got a comment here from that jerk, Jason Blair. Yeah, I smell like cat wee for sure. All right, I think we're good, guys. Let me jump on down and make sure that, hey, we got Dean's Fish Room. Hey, Dean's Fish Room, thanks so much for coming by. I like your videos and your work, sir. Good stuff. Actually, Dean, I don't know if you remember this. I just kind of happened to bump into you a year and a half ago at the Aquatic Gardeners Association. Haven't seen you in a while, but the world's kind of changed a little bit. So, without further delay, no more ados. Let me jump right in and kind of give you guys the quick and dirty. I've got my camera set up here. I got the mic on it. I've done a lot of testing. We're doing good here. I'm going to show you some of the progress I've made. It's quite a good deal, and we're going to actually turn some things on together, and we're going to witness what I hope is the glory. Full disclaimer. I've already tested some stuff out here in the shop, and I know we're good to go. But anyway, let me flip the camera around and show you some progress. Actually, let me slip back here and show you progress here, guys. Also, I cannot, when I've got the camera in my hands like this, I can't see chat, so forgive me. Here we go. All right. So we've got our water plant actually finished here. It's totally done. I've run two full, actually 2.5 or so, 2.25 IBC totes full of RO water with my my Evolution RO. This is a 1,200 gallon per day RO unit. It actually does a little bit less than that because I put the more earth friendly, the less wasteful, setting on here, that little adapter thing. But this thing is running like a charm. We've got the water plant totally finished. Like I said, I've been letting it rip. Let me take this off, show you what's going on in here. So this going in, this is the output, right? This is to get RO water out of there, and it's connected to that bilge pump that's down in the bottom. So all I have to do is activate, supply power to this well-grounded bilge pump, and this hose pressurizes. You see I have this ball, see that's open, that's closed. So it's this really nice hose. I like it. It's not, the pump isn't so powerful that when it's on and running, you can't pinch it and basically stop the water, because you can. But it's a 1/4 horsepower, that little bilge pump. So it's just perfect. It's not too much, not too little. So we got that finished. And like I said last time, this is the clean water output and this is the waste. I just have it sitting in here, for now, because I'm not making any water. One thing about these I found out, and I'm sure you guys have accidentally had this happen from time to time. See this wastewater out? If you're not paying attention and you are monkeying around in here and you just let this kind of fall down like that and sit on the ground down there, guess what'll happen? Most of the contents of this RO unit will come all out, all over the ground, and you will have one heck of a mess. So this other hose up here, this one is attached to this. You see, this is input. This is well water in. So that's completely done. Pretty pumped up about that. It works really well. I can fill up this. I can fill this up from completely empty to full in about 6.5 hours. And if you fill this up to about 1 inch below this point, like if you get it really, really full, it's actually exactly 300 gallons by my calculation. So you can safely overfill them a little bit and get more than 275 in them for sure. So that is basically the water plant. It's finished. And you might notice some things here. We've got water, and we've got fish, and we've got filtration. Now see, these sponge filters, these ATI sponge filters, I quite like them. I really like I like that they're not super fine and they're not coarse either. They're a mix. They're actually kind of a really nice mix of both of those. It's like a coarse mesh with a finer mesh matrix inside of it. I really like these. They're quite heavy. The bases are very, very heavily weighted, and each one of these sponge filters is rated for up to 40 gallons. So these are basically 40-gallon sponges that I have in these 20-gallon longs, kind of keeping with what I said last time, my basic belief in overfiltration. Not insane overfiltration, mind you, just a little bit. So we've got water. We've got platinum galaxy tiger guppies all over the place. Each aquarium has between 2 and 5. This guy's just chilling. So we've got all that done. We got those 15. And we've got these 15 completely finished. Actually, I just finished these and getting the filtration and everything put in about an hour and a half ago. I've been up here for the last several hours working. And you see we've got our distribution, our air distribution worked out. We've got our handy dandy bleed valve with a silencer / diffuser on the end of it. If you don't put those on, basically, I've had a few people ask me, what is that thing? It's a diffuser and it's a silencer that you're supposed to put on the outside of a bleed valve, because if you don't have those on and you're using your bleed valve, you'll constantly get this like this very, very audible hiss, and it'll drive you nuts. So that's what that is. Now what we're going to do together, guys, is I'm going to go back here. Actually, you know what? First, let's kick the lights on. All right, so what we'll do is we'll go back here and we will kick on our air pumps. Now, electricity and the power strip and stuff laying around, that's temporary. That is not the way it's going to be. So let me kick this around. Here we go. There we go. We've got our handy dandy lids on. No splashing, no spills. And there we are. We've got our siphon brakes at the top to prevent any kind of water getting up in there. I'm pretty happy. I'm very happy with it. I'm quite happy with the progress, that I am basically right on point with what I said previously, what I was shooting for. Guys are hiding. They just got moved in here several hours ago and they're still kind of freaked out. Nice. Very happy with that. Let me go back over and jump into chat. See if I missed anything. There we go. How about that? That should be good. Oh dear. Looks like I have a question right here from Anthony's Fishy Friends. He asks, what silent jet engine are you using? That's a ton of air. That's the Meadow. That's the Meadow blower. In fact, it's the smallest one they make. I just threw the boxes away actually to clean up in here. It was so cluttered. It's basically, I want to say it's the 26, whatever that is, the model 26. It's a Meadow blower that I got from, I'm blanking. Gemco, sorry. My friends over at Gemco, that's JEHMCO.com. Really great guy. John over at Gemco is just a wealth of knowledge. Absolute gentleman, that guy. Okay, let me go on and scroll on up and see if I've missed anything. I got another question here from Anthony's Fishy Friends before that one. Asking, do you prefer no substrate? Actually, I do not. I do not like, it's purely a personal thing. I don't like the look of bare bottom glass tanks. I just don't. I really prefer to have just a thin layer of, you know, sandblasting sand, the diamond sand, a little really thin layer of pool filter sand, a thin layer of pea gravel, anything, as long as, you know, there's something there. That's really what I prefer. That's probably what's going to be going on as well. I'm probably going to put a thin layer of inactive substrate, probably pea gravel of some sort, and maybe some sand in some other tanks. That's what I prefer. I find that a lot of fish, most fish appreciate having, you know, something in the bottom of the tank as opposed to just bare glass, bare reflective glass. That it's kind of weird. If you know, if you're a fish, that would be a little weird, I guess. Cichlids 23 comment here. Learned to put my waistline down into drain. Yes. Yeah, if the waistline of your RO unit becomes dislodged in any way, shape, or form without you paying attention to it, you could find yourself living by the seaside unexpectedly. Yeah, that has happened to me on more than one occasion, my friend. It's always exhilarating to walk into a room and step into it and it goes splash. You know that something's gone dreadfully wrong. Dan Slee comment here says smart plugs, game changers. Tell me more, Dan Slee. I would like to know more about smart plugs. I'm interested in cleaning. I like clean rooms. I like, you know, straight angles. You know, as a person who's in engineering and research and development as a career, I like clean straight lines. I like everything in its little place. You know, mise en place. Mise en place in a fish room makes me very happy. Got a comment here from Dean's Fish Room. I remember that bump. Yeah, Dean. Yeah. It's been a long time. Hopefully we'll run into each other sooner. A year and a half from now. I hope to catch a fish club meeting before too long. It's been a long time. Priscilla MK, thanks for coming by, and a comment from you. Congrats on the store and good luck on the journey. Oh, nice. Thank you so much. And you should know, Priscilla has a wonderful fish store out in Colorado. And I haven't had a chance to visit Priscilla. I've only been to Colorado several times, and the last time was just like literally to drive in and drive out just to get across the state to come up to Washington. But thank you so much, Priscilla. It's very kind of you. I really appreciate that. We've made a lot of progress. I'm very happy with the progress so far. I'm not happy that certain supplies are still so difficult to get, but my luck could be changing. I'll tell you about that in a little while. Let me scroll up and make sure I'm not neglecting anyone else. Hey, Hat Trick Farm. Hello to you too. Thank you. Okay, I think we might be kind of caught up. Oh, here we go. We got another comment, follow-up comment from Dan Slee on the smart plugs. Dan Slee says, just started installing them in the studio, but basically it allows you to automate and remote control anything. My RODI now is on it. Wow, that's nice. Okay, yeah, I would like to definitely look into that, man. For sure. I'm assuming it's cloud control that connects to the cloud somehow, and it's the Internet of Things, industrial Internet of Things, actually. The IIoT is a big hot thing right now. Yeah, that could be awesome. I'm definitely going to look into that. I like that idea. And a comment here from Recon's Aquariums. Store's looking great. Oh, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, so I got these guppies in here and been feeding them. They're well freaked out. It was a really rough drive up here. It was some kind of weird weather. Wind, like micro wind bursts were coming off of the sound, and got them here and they were just wigged out. And I acclimated them, got them in there, and you see they're still like on the bottom, like they do not trust me at all. I got them to eat a little bit, which is great. You know, there's a little bit of fish poop in there, which is kind of the point. And tomorrow I am going to come up here in the morning, and they should be much less freaked out by then. I'm going to give them another light feeding, and then I'm going to hit each and every aquarium with basically 1 fluid ounce of a product made by Brightwell. It is, I hope I don't mess the name up. It is freshwater, oh gosh, what is it? I'm sorry, I said Brightwell, I take it back. It's Fritz, it's made by Fritz, I believe. It is called Fritzheim Freshwater 700. That's what it's called. So it's a live bacteria culture. It's got great reviews. A lot of people have used it and swear by it. I'm going to go ahead and hit these aquariums with some of that tomorrow and really jumpstart that that biological cycle. And the guppies are going to obviously feed the bacteria in there. That's kind of the whole point. So I'm really pumped up about the progress there. Basically, I mean, it's not done, but these aquariums for now, we're good. I mean, we have lids on them. I'm going to get some substrate in there at some point. I'm not that concerned about the substrate. So yeah, we're really coming along. So I'm going to really turbocharge the cycle on these aquariums, and we're going to move this whole program along as quickly as we can. Looks like we have a comment here from EJ Fishes 76. Everything's coming along. Congrats. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's great. And same to you, Jackson Tax. I love that username. That's cool. Thank you so much to Jackson Tax as well. Very kind of you guys. You guys are great. Chewy LTD with a comment here. Danny Ken Aquatics guest on Sunday will be redfish, bluefish. Oh, hey yo. Okay, all right. Well, we're going to have a lot of fun. I mean, like I said before, anybody that wants to, it's kind of in the area that would like to, pop by. I mean, we're not open. We're not doing anything just yet. Anybody in the fish fam likes to come by and kind of say hello, just send me a message. Just go to my YouTube page and go to that last tab. I think it's about, or whatever the last tab is. And there's a little checkbox you can, check there and say, I am not a robot. And it'll show you my email address. Feel free to email me, and we'll make plans, come on by. But if you do, you may be put to work. That's the catch. Basically, everything that has been done in here has been solo. Totally just me. Nobody. Other than some professional movers that I hired to help, move all these aquariums and these racks that, the racks, one person can't move them. But as far as like arranging racks and loading stuff and connecting stuff and sawing stuff, just me. It's been a one-man show. So it feels good though. It feels great to see, progress like week by week, which is kind of why I want to do this. I know it's kind of dirty, not terribly professional to do it as a live stream, but as long as we're chronicling it, and I really want that kind of journal to go back and to look at this maybe a couple, 2 or 3 years down the line and say, geez, man, I didn't know anything. Or hopefully, wow, I was spot on. I knew everything. Wink. Jackson Tax with a comment here. Are you planning to carry Brightwell Aquatics freshwater lines? I've been giving it some thought. I haven't really decided for sure what I'm going to carry in terms of products. Well, let me back up. Let me say this. I'm interested in carrying products that I've used and that I can personally swear by, saying like, yes, this substrate is great for plants, or it's great for shrimp, it's so-and-so, because I've used it, I use it, and it's the best. I'm kind of being selective about what I am raising my hand and swearing to support. I can tell you what I have used in terms of like substrate. Fluval stratum is a fantastic substrate. It's very, very light. I really wish they would bake some weight into the substrate. Figure that out, because keeping plants that, new plants that you get, and you stick it in there and you try to get them to stay anchored down in the substrate, it's tough because fluval stratum is really, really light. With that said, if you're using like little plant weight strips, something like that, fluval stratum for the money, okay, for the money, that's the important part, is really hard to beat because it grows plants really well, really well. Let me adjust this camera a bit. There we go. Punchy Paints, another one of my mods. And you know what, guys? I usually forget to do this. Thank you to each one of my mods who help, conversation roll and keep going and help to point me towards, an important question that I may miss because I'm really bad about that sort of thing. I miss stuff all the time. Jay and Aquarium, welcome, buddy. Punchy, thank you for coming by. Let me see if I can scroll up here. Something's up with my mouse. There we go. Just want to make sure I haven't missed anything. No, but Jackson Tax, to get back to what you were saying, Brightwell Aquatics, their substrates they have a pretty good reputation. Now, I cannot say that I have ever used any Brightwell substrate. I haven't. I've never used any of them. Not their planted stuff, nothing for shrimp, nothing. I've used ADA. I've used, obviously, Fluval. A few others, EcoComplete. A classic mix is kind of a 50-50, maybe 60-40 mix of EcoComplete and Fluval Stratum. It's very affordable, it's very effective, and plants do very well in it. So I hope that answers your question. I really do hope to experiment with some of Brightwell Aquatics substrate line as well as some of their other products. I'm pretty selective about. I have to be careful about what I say here. I think there are a lot of good products, aquatics products out there, substrates, additives, things like that. And I also think there are a lot of bogus, total hokum ones that don't do very well and are not good products. So hopefully with each live stream and each video that we do together here at Redfish Bluefish, we'll be working through some of those. We're going to be testing out some products, seeing out, what works, what doesn't, even some experiments. And we haven't done a whole lot of science lately, but we're going to be getting back into that before too much longer. So, guys, how has your week been? I hope you've been well. Looks like we're already halfway through the hour. I kind of blew all of the updates for you at once. We have water in the aquariums, we have fish in the water, we have filtration, we have air, we've got our lids, water plants finished. We made a lot of progress, so I'm pretty happy with that. I actually talked to one of my suppliers today, and we've actually got some pretty good news. It looks like, now I'm looking for, here, let me knock on wood, or the closest thing to wood. It looks like I have some pretty good news lined up for, I think Monday or Tuesday, actually Tuesday. I should be getting in those 75-gallon aquariums I've been waiting on. So that would be great to get those built out and to get those set up and going as well. You'll remember last time we got the hang-on back filters, the mechanical filtration, as well as biological filtration in. At least I got that much in. So hopefully Tuesday next week we will have several more 75-gallon aquariums, and I can fire up the wood shop back at Casa del Redfish Bluefish and start building some more wooden racks for some massive plant tanks, because you guys know Redfish Bluefish is a friend of fish as well as a friend of the plants, friend of the green things. So I'm going to be very, very active with plants here at this channel, as well as really cool fish. So I'm going to jump right in here and see if we've missed anything else. You know what? If you'll forgive me a second, I'm going to open up the doors in here. It's actually a little steamy. One second. We'll get the back door as well. Here we go. That's better. Get a little bit of a cross breeze in here. I've got baseboard heaters in this place. A lot of places in here. I don't know if you guys know what I call them, baseboard heaters. I guess that's what they're called. Let me flip this around and show you what a baseboard heater is. Dean, people that live up here, you'll know exactly what these things are. These things are great. They put out a lot of heat, but they can be tricky to dial in. So I'm still playing with them. Got a whole bunch of them around here. They're all around the perimeter, all around there, all around there. Pardon the mess. It's really messy. I have not cleaned much. I'm more concerned with getting stuff set up than making it look nice just yet. Oh wow, it's so nice out here, guys. Let me flip the camera around and let you enjoy the glow of the sodium vapor lamps. You see my rental car there because my truck is in the shop. Oh yeah, I didn't mention the old the redfish bluefish truck is definitely out of commission. So that's a bit of a surprise. You know, one thing I have to comment on, guys, I know you guys are probably saying to yourselves, man, why are those lights so blue? Well, they're not, trust me. For some reason, and I cannot figure it out, but through this camera, in fact, all of my cameras that I have, these lights appear so incredibly blue, and they're not. They're full spectrums. I'm looking at them right here with my eyeballs, with my eye holes, and they are white. They are not blue. For whatever reason, they just appear so blue through this camera. What are you guys doing? It's a really young guy there. Little Platinum Galaxy Tiger Guppy male. I see fish poop in there, so good job, fellas. It's a young male. He's just starting to tiger up, and then he's going to get covered with that really iridescent platinum with that yellow and green shoulder. It's very, very common of this strain. Well, hey guys, at least I'm happy that in a relatively short amount of time, we've been able to stand this up, get water and filtration in here, and at least get some fish already to show you guys. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, they're just guppies, but whatever. There will be much, much more in here very, very soon. But you are just going to have to stay tuned to see some of the amazing fish and strains and critters and cool stuff that's going to be coming through here. Oh man, that male's terrible. He's got a really bad, really uneven tail. That's one of my culls. Most of these are really good. These are very young males starting to tiger up and get that yellow and green shoulder that is so telltale of the Platinum Galaxy Tiger strain. This is that same strain that I imported from Thailand some years ago, and I was working on cleaning them up, giving them slightly different tails. Where are these guys at? Hiding? Oh, there they are. Everybody seems to be doing okay. Pooping, doing their jobs. Pooping like only guppies can. So anyway, I got a few other things, and it's nothing much to show you guys. Just a few supplies here and there. Finally tracked down some freaking fluval stratum, man. That stuff is it's unobtainium right now. It's crazy. Some other stuff. So yeah, this weekend I am going to have some friends come up, I believe, and I hope to exploit them and put them to work. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hold on. Let me fix the top of this thing. Sorry, this clip. It's caught. Okay. Sorry. There you are. Yeah, got some friends coming in this weekend, I believe, and we're gonna hang out up here and do some filming and some cool stuff. It's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to it. We jump back into chat here. Got a comment here from Cichlids23. Where's the African cichlid tank going, man? It's not. It's not. I told you, it's not. There will be no massive African cichlid tank. There will be no giant, vicious Malawi, Victoria beasts in here, sir. No plant murderers. No, I'm just kidding. There will be cichlids in here. But as I talked about before, I'm really focusing more on the smaller fish, not just nano fish, mind you, but smaller fish. Just going in here and seeing if I missed anything while I was showing you guppies. I think I'm actually caught up, guys. Yeah, Cichlids23, it definitely looks blue on camera. Yes, absolutely. Those lights look really blue, and I'm kind of not happy about that. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, why they're so blue, or why they look so blue. They're not. They're actually white. All right, Jane Aquarium, thanks for coming by, buddy. Appreciate you coming by and the kind comment, and get some rest. We'll probably reach out to you next week and give you a holler. Jane Aquarium's a good friend of mine. He's up in Canada. He's a really good dude. He's doing some really great projects with clownfish breeding. He's got some really unique stuff going on. So if you don't know who Jane Aquarium is, you might want to check his stuff out. If you're really into not just the freshwater stuff, but you like a bit of the salty stuff, he's got the skills. You might want to check that out, guys. Oh, well, thank you, Dragon Lair. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys forgiving me. But that's actually basically what I have to show you guys right now. I guess I should have done a little bit of filming of the steps as I went along, but honestly, I started making so much progress that I just wanted to keep that pace going, that pace, and just knock out the tasks. So I've got the 2 linear piston air pumps to rearrange. I want to get them up off the floor a little bit. You saw that ugly, and that's a no-no, that metal power strip that's on the ground behind aquariums, that's a no-no. That's just temporary. That's just to run the air and make sure everything's working. That is going to be mounted up off the ground. Basically, everything will be secured and, make sure everything's safe. Priscilla MK with a comment here. It's actinic blue. An orange filter would fix that. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, they're full spectrum lights. They're blue, green. They got a little bit of red and a couple of green LEDs in there. White, tons of white, and they just come out really blue looking. Yep, actinic light kills any camera. Yeah, that's a good point. I may, if it becomes an annoyance, I may change the lighting. Go with something without any blue in it at all. I am a fan of having a little blue, but I'm pretty surprised at just how blue those things look. It's like, wow, that is really blue through a camera. Holy smokes. Comment here from my brother, Jeeps and Things. Maybe the light color on camera is an interaction with the track lighting. What does it look like with the track lights off? Even bluer. Even bluer. Believe it or not, even bluer. No, there are some just like straight up like white LEDs that I could get. I may go on ahead and just get some of those without any blues whatsoever. Since these, by the way, I think I mentioned it before, these aquariums behind me, these are specifically animal tanks, animals only, no plants, no plants. I am a huge planted tank nerd. I love aquascapes, fish keeping, all of that. But I'm really picky about my stock tanks. I was picky about them at Paradise Pets, the outfit, large, huge outfit in South Texas I worked for. We kept our, the limited supply of plants that we did actually have, truth be told, we kept them separate from our animals that we were selling, our stock animals. And that's mainly for logistics reasons. You know, some of the medications, unfortunately, that we use to treat animals for some really nasty things. For instance, medicines that contain copper, right? Copper will kill any plant, full stop. Any amount of copper that's high enough to treat some kind of illness in a plant, some kind of illness in a critter will absolutely decimate any plant. Java ferns included, even tough plants. Copper is incredibly toxic to plants. And it's for that reason I'm really picky about having fish that are for sale, right? Stocks, right? Stock animals for sale in aquariums that also have plants in them. It adds logistical challenges to treating those animals. I mean, how big a bummer would it be to have something you really need to use copper for and you've got a whole bunch of plants all over the place in there, right? That would be a real bummer. Hey, I just noticed something. We've got a new subscriber here, Texas Fish Room. Thanks so much, Texas Fish Room. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for coming by. We have a lot of fun here. Actually, before I forget, we, in the last, like very recently, we picked up a ton of subscribers because a really good friend of mine, Bentley Pasco, came out and did a video, actually did an interview of me here in the shop. I thought it was going to be terrible, to be honest with you, because I don't interview very well. I interview people quite well, I think, but when people interview me, I just have so much to say about so much, and I just struggle to get it all out, and it comes out just like, man, this guy's crazy. He's just all over the place, you know. So I really thought that's how it was going to be. But Bentley, buddy, if you're watching or if you watch this after the fact, thank you so much for the awesome job you did on that interview video when you came out to the shop here at Green Bank Farm. I really enjoyed it, and I won't lie to you, we got a big subscriber bump from that, and I can't thank you enough. Speaking of which, just very, very recently, we picked up a large number of subscribers. I'm going to push the buttons here on the screen, and I'm going to give them shout outs. We got a Fat Man Aquatics just subscribed, really appreciate it. And looks like we also have, see if I got it. Zaida Stewart, thank you so much, Zaida Stewart, for subscribing to Redfish Bluefish. It means a lot to me. We have a lot of fun here, a lot of great people. Actually, a lot of people in chat, guys, know a whole lot, a whole lot. We have Jay in Aquarium here. He's super expert on breeding clownfish. He has cracked the code. We got Dean's Fish Room was in here earlier. There's not a whole lot of fish that Dean's Fish Room has not bred. He is a freaking big brain. We've got tons of people. Priscilla MK, she owns her own fish store in Colorado, a very nice, successful fish store. So guys, thank you so much for coming by and subscribing, but keep in mind, it's not just, you know, me and Redfish Bluefish that you've subscribed to. It's actually all this amazing community that we have here, and these people know so much. So please jump in the chat, ask your questions. There are no stupid questions. They're just stupid answers. I truly believe that. Looks like we have a new subscriber, Narco. Thank you, Narco. Appreciate you subscribing, as well as, see if I can fire this one off. Joe Pinga 206. I really appreciate you subscribing. It means a lot to me, guys. And if anyone else is watching tonight and you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. In fact, we have lots and lots I don't know why this is going off multiple times. That's strange. Sorry about that, guys. Few little bugs here. You know what? Wow, okay, a third time. That's the third time I've seen that. Thank you, Joe Pinga 206 for the third time for subscribing to Redfish Bluefish. It means a lot to me. I'm gonna switch around to this really cool view. Click. There we go. A good buddy of mine and friend, subscriber of the channel named Streetwise, another Jason. He is also Jason. Let me fix this camera. Sent me this video. This is some wonderful footage he shot of Shelburne Bay, Vermont. And I just really love this. It's so calming. And I thought, yeah, let's switch it around a little bit. Look at some nature while I rattle off whatever I'm gonna rattle off. Oh, here we go. Got a comment here from Dean's Fishing. Thank you, Candy, for pointing that out. Okay, great, Dean's Fishing Room. What Priscilla said, the Finnex Stingrays are low profile and work great. Okay, yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, I'm aware of the Finnex. I have actually had really good luck with these lights that, you know, I admit I imported from China. And they grow plants great, they look great, you know, and wow, when you put a camera on them, boy, you got some singing the blues, so to speak. I really appreciate that. Oh yeah, Punchy Paints, you should subscribe. Let me go back over to the other window where at Redfish Bluefishes stand out in bright red. It really is a lot easier to follow it there. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Anthony's Fishy Friends comment from him. Probably very little. I think they're really lazy. I don't know why I just made that up. Woodchucks are lazy. I mean, maybe. I'd like to think they're lazy. Anyway. Well, let me see if I missed anything else. Anthony's Fishy Friends. So should I spray some copper on the garden weeds I'd like to kill? No, because it will toxify the soil with heavy metals. Copper is really toxic stuff. Yeah, a lot of those heavy metals are just really, you know, once they get into the environment, they're really, really difficult to get out. I know you're joking, but I'll tell you, one of the most effective things to use on weeds are actually, believe it or not, plant growth hormones. Yes, I know you guys have probably seen some videos I've done on plant tissue culture. A little science divergence here. Some of the most strange and effective cytokinins, right? And these are specific hormones, right? We have cytokinins and we have auxins. Auxins induce root formation. Cytokinins induce shoot proliferation and shoot formation. Some of the most effective and powerful cytokinins are actually not truly, wink wink, cytokinins. They're actually pseudocytokinins, meaning they're pesticides, or I'm sorry, not pesticides, herbicides. They're herbicides, and when you use them in really, 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 really tiny amounts, they're very powerful plant growth hormone regulators, right? Growth hormone regulators. But used in slightly higher amounts, they'll kill a plant like no one's business, and they're not toxic. So that's a little science divergence there for you, based off of your comment there about killing weeds. Definitely, some of the safest and the most effective are the cytokinin-like herbicides. They're actually pretty good. I'm going to comment from Jeeps and Things with some bro science there. It sounds like it's been tested out in the field. That's good to know. Oh dear. But anyway, yeah, a little shout out again to Streetwise for supplying us with this video of Shelburne Bay, Vermont. It's a really fantastic place. I just love Vermont, guys. Fantastic place to visit. Well, guys, it looks like we are just about out of time here. I'm almost at the hour. I'm going to wrap up a little early so I can pack stuff up and clean stuff up a little bit here. pretty much done for the day. I believe that Anthony's Fishy Friends is going to be coming up next. So if you don't know who Anthony's Fishy Friends is, it's my buddy Anthony. I think in about 30 minutes or so, he goes live, and he usually picks a topic and invites people up to talk about it. And it's really great. It's kind of like an aquatics panel show. If you know what a panel show is, that's kind of a lot what goes on there, and it's a lot of fun. So I hope you guys will join me in about 30, maybe 45 minutes or so over at Anthony's Fishy Friends. I'm going to go in ahead and wrap it up here. It looks like we have one last comment from Jackson Tax. I know that for many years now, BNSF has used those to control weeds and plants on the rail right away. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can use TDZ, thidiazerone. That's a very, very powerful, extremely powerful plant growth hormone that we use, like 0.005 milligrams to the liter. That's how powerful it is. And anything more than that, you'll kill a plant. But get it right on the money, and you will see that plant explode with shoot proliferation like you've never seen. So anyways, guys, thank you so very much for coming by and hanging out with me. And before you run away, let me hit you with something I absolutely love sharing. If I can find my, there we go. Let me share something with you. I like to close with this, send you guys off the right way, a little bit of nature, a little bit of Zen, and we'll be seeing you right here next time at Redfish Bluefish next Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific. That's 11 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so very much, guys. Thank you so very much, guys, for coming by and hanging out. And thank you to each one of my mods for keeping things running. And we'll see you next time. Take care.